Handplank is an isometric core exercise and upper body exercise. So we're going to hold tension on our chest, our arms and our core throughout this movement. So hands, starting position, our hands in under our shoulders so the joints are stacked. So shoulder over elbow over wrist. This allows the weight to distribute down through the heel of the hand perfect. From here, you're going to come up with your hips and feet and hold this position for as long as specified. That's a hand plank. So from the side, hands in under the shoulders, feet back, hips down. If you struggle with the hips in this, sinking to the ground, just squeeze your glutes and squeeze your quads, and this will help hold in place on the hand plank when you're struggling. T-reps is an upper back exercise created to hold tension up on our traps and our scapula area. So we're going to start off with our chest to the ground. We're going to make a capital T like the letter T out of our body. So arms push right out and our legs are back straight. So from here, we're going to pull our scaps together, which is going to raise our arms up. Everything else stays put, just up and down. We don't bring our hands to the ground, we keep them a couple of inches off the ground throughout. So up, down for the time specified. And that's a T-rep. W to Y reps are great activation for upper back and shoulder area. We're going to start with our chest to the ground. We're going to make a W with our elbows, so pull them right back, hands are off the ground. We're going to squeeze our scaps together, push out our hands into what looks like a letter Y, pull back in, release the tension, but don't put the hands to the ground. Pull back up, out, in. Blackburns are a nice dynamic upper body warm-up exercise. So we pop to the ground, chest down. From here, we're going to bring our hands out, together at the front, keeping them off the ground. Bring them back behind, catch your hands, lift your hands first, then lift your chest off the ground, relax the tension, bring back out, and repeat. So I'll show you from the side also. So chest to ground, hands out, touch at the front, back behind, turn them up, lift the hands, lift your chest, bring back down, and repeat. And that's how you do Blackburn. Strides, a nice little cardiovascular exercise, working front and back, both our upper and lower body in the movement to really get the heart and lungs working. Our starting position is feet shoulder width apart, hands down. Just start the motion. It can be a bit odd with your coordination, but once you get going, it'll feel natural. So just front, back, hands come up nice and high, and get a nice distance between the feet. So again, start in this position and just go, hands up and back. So you really feel a nice little activation on the calves and the upper body, and you get your heart and lungs really raised if you're working nice and fast in the movement. That's your strides. Push-ups are an upper body compound movement, meaning we're going to incorporate more than one muscle group in the exercise. So we're going to work our chest and our triceps in a push-up mostly, so you engage in all of our upper body push muscles to complete the movement. I'll demonstrate from the side. So starting off on the ground, our full push-up form is where our hands are going to be just under or outside of our shoulders. Keep them underneath the shoulder, feet together. From here, you're going to unlock your elbow, you're going to fold forward and down and push back up. Try not to push back in the movement and make sure you push up, driving from the elbow down to the heel of the hand. So again, forward, down and up. To regress the movement, we start off in this position. Pop the knees to the ground, and from here you'll fold forward down and push up. Again, making sure we drive up and we don't drive back in the movement. That would be poor form. And then to make it another regression on the movement, if you struggle with doing push-ups in either full body or knee position, you can do an eccentric push-up. So from here, unlock the elbows and fold forward, down, as slow as possible. Release the tension and then get back up and repeat that, lowering yourself under tension, and that will work the triceps and the chest in the movement. A plank up is a dynamic core and upper body exercise, so we're going to start off with an elbow plank. So your elbows in under your shoulder, down on the ground. From here you're going to bring one hand back, replace your elbow, push up with your tricep, and then you're going to come back down. Keep your hips as controlled as possible throughout the movement. So from the side, Elbows in under the shoulders, hips down. From here, replace your elbow with your arm, back up, then come back down, keeping everything nice and controlled, and work 2 reps as specified. That's a plank. T-reps is an upper back exercise created to hold tension up on our traps and our scapula area. So we're going to start off with our chest to the ground. We're going to make a capital T, like the letter T, out of our body. So arms push right out and our legs are back straight. So from here, we're going to pull our scaps together, which is going to raise our arms up. Everything else stays put, just up and down. We don't bring our hands to the ground, we keep them a couple of inches off the ground throughout. So up, down for the time specified. And that's a T. Dips. A very easy way to work our triceps at home is doing a body weight tricep dip. All you need is a piece of furniture or something like a step or a box, anything that has a bit of a height off the ground. The starting position here is you're going to get a hand on either side of the chair or on either side of a bench or box and put your feet straight out. From here, you sit down and drive up. So down and up, pushing from the elbow down through the heel of the hand. To make it easier, just pop your feet up and just take some weight off, and then you'll be able to keep working then. So if you fatigue during the set, then you're able to bring your feet back, take some weight off, and keep. Arm walkout and shoulder tap is a nice dynamic movement for the upper body. It incorporates our arms and shoulders into the movement quite a bit. So starting position is standing up. We're going to bring our hands down towards the ground. We're going to start walking out as soon as we touch the ground. You're going to walk out until you're down in your push-up position. From here then, you're going to engage your glutes and keep your core nice and solid. You're going to do a tap on each arm and you're going to walk back up until you come to standing position. And that's your arm walkout and shoulder tap. An elbow plank is an isometric hold for our core. So our starting position is down on the ground. We're going to bring our elbow right under our shoulder. You can either bring your hands together or keep them on the ground. Put your feet together or just slightly apart, and you're going to hold this position for as long as you can, keeping your hips down and your core engaged. So from the side, elbow is under your shoulder to let the joints stack and the weight come down through the joints. From here, you're going to hold and create tension on your core for as long as you need. Keep the hips down. If you find you struggle, squeeze your glutes and your quads, and that will hold your hips in place. And that is an elbow plank. Shoulder taps is an upper body movement. We're going to incorporate our core a small bit in as well. Our starting position is a push-up position. Our hands are right under our shoulders and our feet are back. From here, you're going to really squeeze your hips so you hold your core and hip flexors in place. And what you're going to do then is, with as little hip movement as possible, is tap each shoulder nice and controlled. So alternate between taps and try to keep the hips as tight as possible. A little tip for these is to split the feet a small bit, and that will help to keep your hips nice and solid. So from here, squeeze up everything, nice controlled, shoulder tap, keep the hips nice and down and solid, and it's a great way to work alternating arms and core. That's your shoulder. Handplank is an isometric core exercise and upper body exercise. So we're going to hold tension on our chest, our arms and our core throughout this movement. So hands, starting position, our hands in under our shoulders so the joints are stacked. So shoulder over elbow over wrist. This allows the weight to distribute down through the heel of the hand perfect. From here, you're going to come up with your hips and feet and hold this position for as long as specified. That's a hand plank. So from the side, hands in under the shoulders, feet back, hips down. If you struggle with the hips in this, sinking to the ground, just squeeze your glutes and squeeze your quads, and this will help hold in place on the hand plank when you're struggling. And that's a stiff arm burpees are a burpee variation designed to be nice and explosive and quick to move through. Our starting position is wide feet, so feet are outside the hips. Our hands come to the ground, feet jump back together and back up out to wide position and stand. No jump in this. So hands down, feet back and up. From the side, feet are out wide, hands down, jump and stand. And that's a stiff arm burpee.